We have to make 2 of these because it sits at the top, and you don't want it to be flat on one side. It's not sitting against the cake, it's actually on the top. What I used, again, because I had to make my own, I went and found some wood pieces at the local hobby store, or you can even find it at the home improvement store, and I made this mold. They had smaller pieces in there too, so you could have, 2 of them, and it was like, I don't know, $4 for a bag of 12. I didn't need 12, but, I didn't have a mold, so I had to do what I had to do. So what I do now is we're actually going to shove it in here, and you don't have to roll it out. You can just pop it in. It's fairly thick. I'll just shove it in there. Okay. It's not sticking. If it were sticky, I could use my cornstarch. It's not sticking. We're okay. Okay, now we're going to take that excess off, like we did with the others. Again, if it's really, a day where it's just soupy and sticky, just stick it in the freezer for 5 minutes, let it firm up. Okay, but I'm not going to because this mold does bend. I can just pull it right out. And again, I can clean up the edges. Clean up all the edges of this. All right. I need to make 2 of these. So when I make another one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a toothpick and I'm going to embed it in one side, and then I'm going to make the other one and put it on top, and that way I will have a 3D piece and just put it, just lay it down and let it dry. And I have a piece here. Where is it? And I'll show you my finished piece in a minute. Okay, so you got to make another piece and sandwich it on top. Use a little water or gum glue to stick them together. Okay, and then let them dry. Okay, so there it is. There's the toothpick, and then you can see I have 2 of them. One on that side, and you can see a pretty sloppy seam there. It actually looks like it's part of the design. Definitely want to do yours cleaner than I did mine. And there you can see the toothpick coming out of the bottom. And I just let it dry, and then I painted it with the gold paint again. And now I have my topper. Okay, one more piece. And that is what this topper needs to stick into. So I need a piece of fondant for it, or you could use a marshmallow would work. I actually made this to be somewhat like a large marshmallow. But again, it's the fondant with the tylose in it. And I made it about, keep using the wrong side, it's 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. So it's a 1/2 by 1/2 inch marshmallow piece. So I just took a little of the fondant. If I had large marshmallows, I would have done it. Okay, so I made a ball. Then I wanted to make a cylinder. So I pressed the top and pressed the bottom, keeping it round. So it looks like a marshmallow. Okay? And then what I did is I took this Brilliance mold and I rolled it out. And in this case, since I'm putting fondant in the mold, I'm going to dust it just a little first and press it in. That way it will, it'll release. You don't have to do that with isomalt, but you do have to do it with fondant. Okay. Okay, and then again, we're going to cut off the excess. This actually these have the cutting edge, so if you roll on top of it, it'll cut. It has self-cutting. See how nice that is? So even better, you don't have to use the knife, the palette tool. Okay, so there that is. Easy peasy, out it comes. And what I did is I took a paintbrush and actually painted inside all these little squares. So you see that? I actually painted inside here. I don't know if you can see that. Sloppy, but I did. Okay, and then you need to attach it to your little guy here. And you just attach it around, cut it off where it joins. And then paint paint this top part. Okay. So you've got this all painted up, and now the reason why it looks the way it does is because I'm going to add that purple to it. So I have crystal colors. These are FDA approved, and then I have the ultra purple, which is the sugar art, and this is kosher. So you can use any of these on your food. And what you do with them, I haven't decided which color I want to use yet. This is a little light. Looks good though. And just brush it on the jewels, on the jewel parts. So the gold still comes through. So we'll see what this one looks like. This is grape. And it's a lot darker, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it more or not. So we'll do that over here. It's a little dark. The crystal colors have some really good colors, so you know, any of those. I just happened to pick a dark one. It's not bad, but I think I'm gonna go with the sugar art today. So any of these colors. So once this is dry, you just dust it on. And then you can go over it with the gold again on the crevices. I just shouldn't need to, but we're gonna ignore the dark purple part. That'll be the back. Okay, so that's just our little top piece, and that's what this guy's gonna stick into on top. Alrighty.